Alright. We did human sex trafficking, and my job.
Your class is not even close to being ready. Joseph and Robert, y'all need to put the books away, or the computer, whatever you got out. Turn around and watch the group. Cell phones better not be out. Headphones out. Huh?
What was Robert doing?
No, I just said books.
He was just sitting there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He was confused.
Are you gonna go now?
Yes.
My genre was a diary entry, and I pretended like I was a girl in sex trafficking. And my thing said, last night marked the 90th day I've been in this horrible place. Last night was also one of the worst beatings I had ever gotten. I don't know what these people think is so special about what they're doing to me and my best friend since I've been here, Jin Lee. She was from China and I was 16. In a way, I wish they just had me and used me for their needs. I mean, after all, they shouldn't punish innocent girls. As an innocent, I mean Jin Lee. I guess you could say I kind of asked for something like this to happen. I should have never gotten into the horrible habit of prostitution, and I shouldn't have been so eager and dumb to fall for one of my clients. He told me that if I ran away with him to Austria, then he would let me live in a huge mansion with everything I ever wanted or thought I would need. Geez, he was wrong. I don't live in a mansion, and I definitely don't live in Austria. Currently this month, I'm just in Russia. It's just me and Jin Lee, though, because our owner said that we were the best of our sisters. I miss my family more than anything. That's the whole reason I don't try to escape. They say they know my address and everything about us. I hope they haven't harmed my boyfriend in any way. I wonder if he misses me. I miss him. I should have never went behind his back in the first place. All I can do now is accept my mistake and pray to God that he lets me out of here alive. I have to go now. It's 1 o'clock a.m. and it's time for me to make money. Wish me luck. Mackenzie. And here's my vote for you.
Hello everyone. I'm here to talk to you about sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is the form of modern-day slavery. All people affected by it mostly are having financial difficulties. What better way to support your family than doing something that would be fun, such as modeling or acting, so they thought. Girls and guys are affected by this crazy, right? Sex trafficking happens everywhere, even in Charlotte. During the National Democratic Convention, there was over 1,500 cases of sex trafficking reported. This can happen to anyone. Make sure you check into the next job you get.
Alright. I made a video of being a victim of human trafficking. Okay.
Hello, America. I'm here with Addie. I'm here to talk about the world of sex trafficking. And it goes on everywhere in the world, including the United States of America. And here's our survivor of it. And I was just like that. What is your story?
Well, when I started, man, I decided to audition for an acting agency. The acting agency really wasn't an agency at all. Instead, they were tricking me. They paid for my flight, they paid for my ticket, my clothes, my outfits. When I got there, they said I had debt to pay. Well, I knew that, obviously. But instead, they meant I didn't. Well, when I got there, they shoved me in this room and locked me away. Society, they took my bags. They gave me this one outfit I had to wear this entire time being there. And, well...
So you didn't have no other clothes or nothing? Did they do makeup or anything to put on you?
They did, but it was well, that first time I was there, they told me what I was supposed to do with these male figures. And I was scared. I was really scared. These other girls just kind of looked at me. They were really tall. There was people from different countries that speak my language. Well, when
Now, was it just one guy all the time, or was it multiple?
multiple men. Someone said I have about maybe 5 or 10 guys. 5 or 10 customers a night. And sometimes they beat me, sometimes they...
Now, what was that you did? You didn't do that?
learned the hard way the first night I stayed there. I learned the hard way the first night I stayed there. Like
Is they drug you or anything?
one night they did.
First night or just one of the last night?
You turn it just a little bit. Keep it in.
So how did you get out of this place?
Well, this American guy went undercover. His name was Daniel. And Daniel talked to me. We're not allowed to speak to them because if the owner finds out, we get in trouble.
Yeah,
Well, he came.
it's okay. It's okay.
And he gave me this card. And, well,
What the card say on it?
he said, call if you need help. Well, that night, I decided to take a risk and call him. But I didn't think he got it till from the voicemail. But early that morning, we heard beating on the door. And we just go to our hiding spots or hiding places in case cops ever come. Well, I decided to resist my hiding spot and run downstairs to them. And they were always waiting for me.
Well, we're glad you got out of that
Me too.
bad place.
Is that Caleb's mom? Let's go. You're right to this man.
Hello, my name is Erica. When I was 13, my parents told me I was going into the city to work with a man to support my family. I was unaware what was to come. I expected just a clean and normal chores. No, I was forced to do sexual things no one should have to do. Every year thousands are forced into human trafficking. With your help, we can stop this horrible crime. Thank you.
Oh. Well, I made a video on like being like kind of like an eyewitness report kind of thing. And I did more of like the cop perspective. I'm like I went in and tried to like save somebody. So this is what happened when I saved Eddie.
Welcome to Good Morning America. Today we have a guest, Daniel. Daniel recently rescued Addie out of the sex trafficking business. Tell us about your story.
Well, when I first went undercover, I had to basically make myself look like a kind of one of those people that would go in there and do that, like sick people, you know. And so when I went into this house, I had to pick the only girl that looked like she wanted to leave, and that was Addie. So when I saw her, I knew that was the girl I needed to talk to because she would be willing to leave and not be scared to go. So when I went in there, I talked to her, you know, and I told her what I had to do. What I need was, I told her that I needed her to come with me so she can get out of this terrible place. So I gave her my number or my card or whatever, you know. And so I waited for like 8, 12 hours, and then I got my squad, you know, the policemen, and we went and we raided the place, and we found got Eddie out. We found other stuff, you know, just girls being neglected, but they wouldn't come or anything, so we couldn't, you know, take them against their will. But Addie came, so she was the only one to leave that night, and I wish we had got more girls to come, but they wouldn't come, so I hope they were doing something about that. Didn't beat them anymore.
Well, thank you for coming on the American Show. Good Morning America today.
Thank you.
And then this is my do it again. My fault. Alright. This is my Voki.
I'm here to talk about sex trafficking. From an eyewitness point of view, I would just like to say that I'm sorry to everyone who has gone through the pain and the world of sex trafficking, but from what I've read and learned, the brothels that used are very dirty and nasty and are horrible to live in. They mistreat the girls or boys and beat them and just treat them like dogs. They don't feed them very well, and if they don't do what the customers say, they don't get fed, and they beat them and lock them in rooms. Thank you for listening.
That was mine.
You look too happy talking about something so horrible.
That's what popped up. I didn't know how to change it.
You really speak from the heart.
Oh, good God.
People are trafficked in 161 countries. 600,000 to 800,000 men, women, and children are trafficked across international borders each year. 80% of those people are women and girls. 50% are children 18 and under. 17,000 people are trafficked into the U.S. each year. North Carolina alone has 500 to 700 slaves. For every 800 trafficking cases in the world, only one person is convicted. With your help, we can stop this.
I did a newspaper article, and I just wrote facts about like how many people get trafficked a year and how many people are in the U.S. There's 17,000 people trafficked in the U.S. each year, and 507 of them are in North Carolina alone. For every 800 cases in the world, only one person is convicted. And it's the fastest growing criminal industry in the United States. Yeah, it's a 32 billion industry worldwide too.
Okay, so we have bloopers for our videos.
Hello, Bosnia. I'm here today with my special guest.
Different countries, I don't know.
Jessica. And we are here to talk about sex trafficking in Bosnia. It's a growing factor here in this country. And we got some crazy audience members here. And my brothel woman here doesn't want to stop laughing. But, oh, I understand that, honey. Get off of me. Well, I guess he's used to being on the floor.
Good morning.
You suck at this video stuff, man. Okay, let me be the interviewer first, and then we'll switch.
Mongo, come here.
It's the funny one or something.
I ain't even ready.
Oh, yeah. No, don't play that one. Don't play that one. That was weird. No,
We dance for human trafficking.
This is after we made all of our videos.
Con los terroristas.
Watch the airplane. And that was our sex trafficking dance.
Alright, so what questions do you have for this group?
Oh, yeah.